unsolvable thing.
I'm incapable of not solving a crime. So you'll see. It's fun.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2025 mystery thriller Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. The film is written and directed by Rian Johnson and it stars Daniel Craig, Josh O'Connor, Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington and Andrew Scott. Right, okay, now we have the third in the series of the Knives Out mysteries. This time round, Benoit Blanc has to solve the mystery of a murder in a church. We meet a young priest, played by Josh O'Connor, who is very passionate about what he does. He is sent to a new parish, a parish that is run by Josh Brolin's controlling priest, I think it's fair to say. They kind of clash, they don't get on, and then this priest, Josh Brolin's priest, is murdered. Everybody thinks it's Josh O'Connor's younger priest that has done it. The local constituencies, people that attend the church all believe it's him. He feels he's got nowhere else to turn, and then out of the blue, Benoit Blanc turns up, interested in solving this seemingly impossible crime. Right, what are my thoughts on Wake Up Dead Man? Well, I've really enjoyed the Knives Out films. I do think they are fantastic whodunits. I like a good whodunit. I think it's fair to say that the Knives Out films have reinvigorated the whodunit genre. We've had some solid ones since these films started coming out. And this is no different. This is an absolutely solid entry into this series of films. I think it's brilliantly written. I think Rian Johnson has served his penance in regards to maybe some feel as though his crime towards Star Wars. He was just, if you like, the wrong person for that franchise. I think that's very, very clear. I didn't hate what he did with Star Wars, not as much as a lot of other people, but I do recognise he probably wasn't the right choice. This, however, these series of films, clearly he is the right person for the job. They are wickedly written, very, very cleverly done. Interesting central mystery of the stories, and this one, again, is no different. This seemingly impossible crime. How was Josh Brolin's Monsignor Jefferson killed? It seems impossible how he was killed. So he's got to solve that. He's got to prove the innocence of the young priest, all in the while trying to capture the real villain. And once again, this franchise, this series of films continues the tradition of having an absolutely outstanding cast of characters. We saw the first and the second, some great actors making appearances. Glenn Close, who I thought was brilliant in this, really, really good. Josh Brolin, who was wickedly villainous. Jeremy Renner, who I initially thought was kind of given very little to do, but his character kind of grows into the film. Andrew Scott, Kaylee Spaney, Kerry Washington, they've all got parts to play here in this film, and they all do really, really well. I think, if I'm being honest, I think the one who is actually given the least to do is Mila Kunis' character, who is the chief of police. Not a great deal, because she's playing basically second fiddle to Daniel Craig's Benoit Blanc. However, there is one standout in this film, and I tip my hat to Josh O'Connor, who plays the young priest at the centre of this mystery. The film centres on him hugely. At times, you could argue to the detriment of Benoit Blanc, but he handles it fantastically. really, really good performance by him. I think almost a star-making performance by him. Yes, I've seen him in bits and pieces. He was in The Crown, I believe. My understanding is as well he was at one point in the betting odds to be the new James Bond, which I would have thought was ridiculous until I watched this. And he absolutely pretty much steals the show here. At times, pushing Benoit Blanc's character into the background. Almost. I mean, obviously, Daniel Craig, who is brilliant as Benoit Blanc, and it's really, really nice to see him take on a new franchise that's obviously not going to bust his body to pieces like the Bond franchise. He revels in this character. He knows the character very well. Benoit Blanc is, massively confident, has his light moments, and this film has plenty of light moments. There are genuine laugh out loud moments in this film, as there are in all of them. There is a real gentleness at times to the films, but there's also a real layer of darkness as well with this film and the others. You've really got to kind of believe, that there's this real darkness and sinister stuff that's going on in the film, and you do buy into that. There's light and dark in this film, and it really does work very, very well. So I do think Josh O'Connor gave a fantastic performance, and arguably it's his film. He is the central character here. Benoit Blanc is almost he's obviously featured prominently, but it does at times feel like he's a passenger in his own film. So yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was well made. I thought the performances were all fantastic. Despite the large cast, it felt like everybody was given moments in the film to shine. Everybody felt relevant. Some of the characters were quite dislikable, and that's the point, because essentially all these side characters, they're all red herrings. The idea is any of them could be the killer. So therefore, it's the film's job to kind of make you believe that each and every one of them could be the killer for whatever reason, and it's up to Benoit Blanc, as well as Josh O'Connor's young priest here in the film, to kind of determine who is the killer. So yeah, I had a good time with this. Solid entry. I don't know how it fits in with the other two. I think I enjoyed them all. I think I probably enjoyed this, but a little bit more maybe than the second one. But then again, I can't remember massive amounts of the second one, but I do remember enjoying that as well. I've enjoyed all of them. So yeah, it's on Netflix now, guys. We've had to wait a little bit for this one because they always give the Knives Out films, well, certainly the second one and this one, a short cinema run, so it can be considered for award season, that kind of stuff. So yeah, get it watched. It's on Netflix right now. A really solid film, one of the last probably solid films to end the year. But thanks for watching, and I will of course be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.